welcome to another episode of Witticism. I'm Mary.
And I'm Soren. Here's what's happening this week in world news.
A 14-year-old girl in Henrico County, Virginia, may be charged with assault and battery after she threw a baby carrot at her teacher. Now, this may seem stupid, but get ready, because it's about to become even more so. A legal expert stated that if it's a soft carrot, it may be offensive, but if it's a raw carrot, you don't have to have an injury to prove a battery. Oh, for Pete's sake, you're a school teacher. Grow a thicker skin, why don't you? Heck, when I went to school, we threw pumpkins at the teachers, and they hurled watermelons right back at us. It was an all-out fruit war, but no one ever got seriously hurt. And on weekends, we would gather the scattered remains of produce and burn them in our weekly observance to the great fruit god, Frutitius Vegetatium. Ah, memories.
Private food testing lab called Clear Foods has recently discovered human DNA in hot dog meat. It was reported that 2% of samples were found to have traces of human DNA in them, and that the veggie dogs contain meat. I guess nowadays, if you say you're an organ donor, it actually means you're probably going to be made into a hot dog when you die.
A former TV comedic host was recently elected to be the next president of Guatemala. Former comedian Jimmy Morales managed to win the presidential election in a landslide, despite the fact that he has never held office before. This win is mostly attributed to the fact that he is still found to be more honest than his corrupt predecessor. The people of Guatemala are all eager to see how their new president fares, keeping in mind that they can get rid of him anytime if they decide he falls short. If he does, he may as well try his luck here in the U.S. I know he's not a citizen, but he'd still likely gain more support than more than half of the people currently running for office.
Fizzy drinks have officially been banned from the World Puddle Jumping Competition because officials are afraid it'll give an unfair advantage. What's a puddle jumping competition, you might ask? Basically jumping in puddles to see who has the biggest splash. I get you want to feel the way you did when you were a little kid, but that's why they created Splat. Now go sit down, drink all the fizzy drinks you want, and watch Legends of Hidden Temple or something.
A Maryland bride named Braylon Bowman presented a certificate on her wedding day that wasn't exactly her marriage license. Bowman gave her father a certificate of purity that was signed by her doctor stating that her hymen was still intact. Good to know that this cooch is Gucci.
Jared Fogle, aka Jared from Subway, has recently gathered up $1 million, which he is dividing up evenly to give to the victims he sexually assaulted. He has given 10 out of the 14 victims $100,000 each, and promises to pay the other 4 victims the same money before he is sentenced next month. Subway should rename the sandwich they named after him to the Scum Baguette, because he's a piece of crap. I hope you get fat again, Jared.
This just in. Cheese is now crack. No, not that cheese. Yes, apparently studies have found that certain foods are as addictive as drugs due to the different ingredients they contain, such as the protein casein, which can be found in cheese. How did scientists test their theory? By feeding lab rats portions of both cheese and rat food. Cheese is more popular, so it's concluded that it's equivalent to crack. And not because, maybe the fact that it's cheese and they're, rats. But hey, you're the scientists. So, what other projects are our tax dollars going to?
New York City's dirtiest street animals are pairing up with New York City's most notable food this fall season. It might be a style trend, maybe a way to keep warm, or just the fact that they're dirty street animals looking for leftovers. The sensation started last month when Pizza Rat broke the internet with a video that went viral of a rat carrying a slice of pizza twice his size. And if that wasn't the most New York thing you've ever seen, you haven't heard of Bagel Pigeon yet. Yes, a pigeon seen sporting a bagel as a necklace earlier this week. We're still not sure whether he was wearing the bagel as a necklace, scarf, or life preserve for those deadly puddles. Next month, we predict a cockroach will be seen using a piece of salami as a blanket.
Historical reenactments are apparently a pastime for one woman and her son living in South Wichita, Kansas. However, the mother called the police one morning after an unexpected visitor showed up at their house wielding a samurai sword. The woman also awoke her son, who, like the great Vikings of the past, immediately arose and defended his turf by grabbing a spear and chasing the man through several backyards, prompting several neighbors to call the police. Coward! If you're going to engage in a good old-fashioned fight to the death, you bring your A game. How dare you turn your back in the face of battle? What, are you afraid of a little laceration?
The Niagara Falls recycling mascot, Totes McGoats, has become a symbol to children at elementary schools. But prior to his life as a half-goat, half-man hybrid, he didn't have a very kid-friendly career. 50-year-old James L. Dolson was arrested and found guilty of selling heroin. However, the city's department plans to keep Dolson as the mascot because they are not discriminatory against hiring people with drug convictions. This triumphant story proves it's never too late for a career change, even if it's from selling crack to wearing a goat mask on a volunteer basis. You can only go up from here, James.
Portland, Oregon holds true to its title as the weirdest city in America after this story. 32-year-old man Dean DeFuadas broke into a Portland home around 3 a.m. Thursday evening. Instead of stealing items and immediately fleeing as a normal burglar would, this man decided he didn't want valuables, he just wanted some late-night action. The man stripped naked and crawled into bed with the couple that owned the home. He only lasted in bed with them for a few moments because he ended up running down the street from the male victim, who fired several shots after him. DeFuadas was taken to a local hospital for suspected drug use. Turns out he was just high on life, man.
Donald Trump made an idiot out of himself. Again. He stated on Monday that his climb to the top of the business world has never been easy for him. He said at an NBC-sponsored town hearing that my whole life has really been a no, and I fought through it. Just a reminder, Trump grew up with a father who was worth over $200 million. Life must have been so hard. He later said, "It has not been easy for me. It has not been easy for me." But wait, that's not even the kicker. He finally says, "And you know I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million. Okay, Trump, $1 million is not a small loan. He later specified $1 million is not very much compared to what I've built. We get it, Trump, you're a billionaire. Oprah's a billionaire too, but you don't see her running for president."
Wesleyan University is trying to shut down their school paper after a controversial opinion piece criticizing the Black Lives Matter movement. Whether or not you agree with the article is not really the point. We have the right to free speech for a reason. Heck, if we all just shut down everything that offended us, Witticism would have been off the air after the first episode.
That's what happened this week. Now let's see what's going on in Hollywood. I'm Soren.
And I'm Mary.
You stay Gucci, Indiana.
There are people out there who care. Verbal abuse is the most continuous form of abuse that follows you, but it doesn't have to. No need to be one of the 3.2 million students bullied each year. Speak out and seek help. Let's end bullying together.
Thanks, guys. I'm Helga.
I'm Dancing in the Dark, Bruce Springsteen.
I'm Cassie.
And I'm Jaden Smith, and here's what's happening in Hollywood this week.
So Tiger Woods is apparently relevant. The cheater was seen recently with the homewrecker, Amanda Boyd, who is now the ex-wife of his friend and fellow professional golfer, Jason Duffner. Apparently, Tiger was dating Lindsey Vonn when he began seeing Boyd. Vonn eventually broke off her 2-year relationship with Woods shortly after Amanda finalized her divorce in April. Perhaps she caught on to the affair. Well, anyway, for all you social climbing, idiot women who for some reason are going to continue to date that filthy man whore. Anyway, here's some advice for you. Date a lion instead. A lion would never cheat on his wife, but a tiger would. So what do you guys think? Do you think Tiger will ever change?
Nah.
Nah.
I don't think so either.
You know, maybe if he was the number one golfer in the world, you know, maybe he wouldn't be cheating again, but he'll never be that number one golfer ever again. So I think he'll continue cheating.
At least these two cheaters found each other.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean that's a good, that's actually a good story.
Yeah.
You know, two cheaters once cheated on people.
They should make that a movie.
They should, a Lifetime movie.
Can you get mad at your cheating boyfriend if you're cheating on your boyfriend? Is that a thing? Can you get mad at that?
Yeah, you can.
You can?
Yeah, and it could work the other way around. It's whatever.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know how he I feel like cheating takes a lot of work and
It
effort.
does. You have to be sneaky.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
So I
That's
forget
too
things
much.
so easily. So I would just give it away
Yeah,
myself.
that's-
I would tell you I was cheating on you.
It's too
Instead
much
of
work for me.
somebody else telling you, I would totally
You'd
tell
be
you.
the one to
Yeah.
say, they'd be like, I'm cheating on you.
I'm just
Sorry.
my
trying
God,
to
I really
bounce
forgot
between
I'm not
boys,
supposed to tell you.
That's just too hard. I don't know. But it's also messed up that this was one of his fellow professional golfers. He hung out with him, he was friends. That's weird.
I
very
don't
weird.
understand
That
that part. And the women, there's so many that I'm really confused on who's who. But they just really should just stop dating Tiger Woods. If you eliminate Tiger Woods, you'll probably
You'll eliminate the problem.
Exactly.
You'll eliminate
So-
the problem. So just stop dating Tiger Woods. Just
think
let
it's
him be
PSA.
single. Let him
Exactly.
be single.
He needs
So,
to go to therapy for that.
Yeah, he
Definitely.
does.
Stop cheating on
problem.
women. It's not that hard.
Exactly.
PSA announcement.
Anyways, Kate Winslet has recently signed a contract with L'Oreal Cosmetics. However, the biggest news to come of this deal is that she is making them sign off that her photos are not allowed to be retouched or photoshopped. She said, "I can only ever speak for myself, and I can only ever do things that are important to me, and it's a hope that other people might follow suit, but it does feel important to me because I do think we have a responsibility to the younger generation of women." It is also reported that upon hearing this, Kim Kardashian fell over in shock and had her assistant buy all the unused Photoshopped Kate wouldn't be needing. So, how do you guys feel about photoshopping photos of celebrities?
I think it's different when it's cosmetic. When it's makeup, I think you shouldn't do a lot of retouching. I know you have to adjust lighting and everything like that.
Yeah, that's a little different,
But
though.
I don't think that you should really do anything to the face because you're showing off a product.
Yeah.
So that's false advertisement.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But I mean, if you're doing a photo shoot, just regular photo shoot, I think that's fine.
Okay, yeah.
But I think makeup, and if you're gonna be the face of a cosmetic line,
yeah.
then you shouldn't. I think you should not have
Exactly.
Photoshop.
It's just when I go back to my senior year in high school, I was getting my picture taken and I had the big old zit right there. That's okay to Photoshop that out. I'm happy for that one so I don't look back in 10 years and oh, look at that ugly guy with a zit on his face, with another face on his face basically. But if you're the face of something, the face of an actual company, no, I mean you should be showing off what the product does for you and not, faking it basically. So
I agree with that. The other thing, though, when you're just, how am I trying to say this? Natural beauty, you want to prove to yourself, she's actually beautiful. Don't Photoshop. You know what I mean? But then also her cosmetic whole line thing or whatever she's doing. Then natural beauty is isn't that their number one thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say no to Photoshop.
yeah, me too.
Definitely.
Me too.
Well, Adele has returned from her 3-year music hiatus to make us all ugly cry with her new single, Hello. Since its debut, it has beat Taylor Swift's Bad Blood as the most viewed music video in one day. Adele's new video saw 1.6 million views per hour, its first day out, with a total of 27.7 million hits. Her new single has also been downloaded over 750,000 times on iTunes. While I have no doubt that this song is popular, I personally just think it was downloaded by all my ex-boyfriends sobbing over losing me. But what do you guys think of her new song? Are you excited for her comeback?
I love it. It is so good. Oh my god. Like, I'm not even kidding. Probably half of those views were me on YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
I
Not
thought the
even
song
kidding.
was a cover of Lionel Richie's song "Hello." I'm not gonna lie, I really thought it was.
When it first starts, it's like, hello, it's me. It's like, whoa.
I was like, Lionel, what
Yeah.
are you doing in Adele?
But I've listened to it for the first time, and then it was just like repeat.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
so
I've been listening to
good.
it all. Like,
So it's
when I get
good?
ready.
I've never heard it.
Oh my god, it's
Never
so
heard
good.
it.
Adele
Chilling.
always
chills.
like
The only
goes.
thing, sorry, no.
No, you go first.
Okay, that music video is just way too long. It's like 6 minutes, and I just keep fast forwarding.
I fast
and I'm
forward to
like,
59 seconds
yeah,
exactly.
I'm just like, let me listen to the song. I don't want to hear your like monologue. Like, just
Will you cry listening to it? Tell me that. Am I gonna need tissues from when
Probably.
You'll
I
tear
mean,
up.
it really gets you in the feels.
fit in the field?
it gave
It's
me
written
chills,
feels.
honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
It like makes you think of like every bad thing you've done in a relationship,
Oh gosh.
and it's like, oh my god, like no wonder you don't talk to me.
See, I was like listening to it when I was like brushing my teeth, so I wasn't really thinking about relationships. I was just like thinking about like scrubbing my teeth. But
I was
yeah.
in like a 6-hour car ride when I heard it, so I was like,
You put it
all
on
about,
repeat for 6 hours?
Oh,
Yeah.
it was like me and my 3 other friends, and we literally would listen to it, and then when we listen to it, it's twice, and then we pick another song and then come back to it.
two
So it was
more
a
times.
total
So
about 13 times within the time that we were spent in the car, which is not that bad for 6 hours.
Well, as of right now, I prefer Lionel Richie's version. I don't feel like that one makes you cry. They both hit you in the feels. You know, if you just title your song "Hello," you're gonna make people cry.
Yeah.
So that's the message here.
I'm just glad that Adele's back and she's making music
I
again.
do like Adele. I'm
love
happy that
it.
she's back too. It's
Stay
good
back.
to see her.
Don't
Her
go 3
voice,
years
like,
again.
how do you sound like that?
She's God.
Amazing.
Practice.
I don't get it.
It's natural.
I mean, I
It's
practice
natural.
too, but I don't sound like that.
Yeah, me neither.
Just kidding.
She's great.
Well, Queen Bee and Bees in a Trap singer Nicki Minaj had an ice and grill showdown during a rehearsal for the live performance of Feeling Myself. During Tidal's 1020 benefit concert, however, it's not what you think, thanks to the footage posted to Beyonce's Facebook page. The minute-long video titled Ice Grill shows Bey challenging Nicki to see who cracks first. Oh, and for those who don't know, Ice Grill, according to Urban Dictionary, is a cold-blooded stare that's supposed to strike the fear into the soul of your victim. In this case, it only put more obsession into all the souls who were at the concert last week. So what do you guys think? Was the concert for Tidal? Do you have anything Tidal? Do you have anything worth buying? Would you go there and buy accessories and stuff like that, like an exclusive?
Nah.
Nah.
I feel like Tidal still isn't a thing. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, me neither.
I hear Tidal pop up on my phone and Facebook. It's just like, oh, okay.
All right, swipe.
Yeah.
If it was on Tinder, it'd be left swipe right there. Not messing with that.
Well, did
Exactly.
anyone actually watch the video?
No. I didn't.
No. Did you?
Oh my
God.
God.
I'm guessing nobody watched it here.
Oh my god, it was so good.
you
They're
did.
just like, I'm sorry, but Bey is just like so pretty, and Nicki is just like so little and like so like in your face and like crazy that like just watching it, it's so cute. Like they just like kind of like laugh the whole time. It's
I
just
love
really
their
cute.
friendship.
Yeah.
I think their friendship is awesome.
It is.
Like they're both just like bad and like they just rule. So I think that they should those two should be friends. Like Nicki Minaj should be best friends with Beyonce. Like
Yeah.
I just think that's a thing. So for them to like perform together, like I'm not big on concerts. Like I don't like spending money on concerts. I just think it's I don't know. I'd rather listen to the radio. But I would totally love to see Beyonce and Nicki Minaj together.
Oh, I would too. I did. Oh my god, I saw Nicki and it was great. It was the best moment of my life with Beyonce. Not Beyonce, just kidding. Britney Spears. It was so good.
I'd like to see Beyonce
almost
and
cried.
Britney Spears.
Actually,
I'd like to see
That
that.
would be
That
so
would be
Beyonce would be just like I would just the whole time my mouth would just
yeah, I'd be in awe.
I would be in awe if I saw Beyonce. When I saw her in the Super Bowl that one
Oh.
year, oh my gosh, I was glued. It was more exciting than the game. I was like,
yeah.
Beyonce is here and she's singing and it is amazing.
yeah.
She's just so beautiful.
She's
like,
very beautiful.
She's so talented. That voice.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
she doesn't like every time she has no fear of just like singing. Like go anywhere, no like mic, no nothing, people, and she sings and she sounds exactly like
Very
she
pure.
sounds on like the radio.
So wait, who do you say, Adele or Beyonce?
Oh, they're like
That's a tough
they're
one.
like totally different, but like
Beyonce.
Beyonce?
just like different voices.
Team Beyonce.
Yeah.
Hashtag Team Beyonce.
Like if you want to dance, I'll go with Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
If you want to like
if you want
sit
to
in your-
cry,
yeah.
go
Yeah,
to
I'll-
Adele.
I'll
You want to
go.
think about things and like really like get into yourself, Adele.
Yeah.
Like, but if you want to like be a boss, please like listen to Beyonce.
Yes.
I think it just pumps you up. It's like
pumps you
I
up.
can totally like go out.
Yeah. Well, that's all the time we have today. I'm Helga.
I'm Dancing in the Dark, Bruce Springsteen.
I'm Cassie.
And I'm still Jaden Smith.
Here is Mary with your weekly advice.
Eating healthy is something we all strive for. My name is Michelle Miller, and I'm a dietetic intern at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Through education and awareness, I'm going to show you the importance of healthy snacking without sacrificing your favorite flavors. Next time you're after something crunchy like chips, try instead homemade apple chips. Apples are an excellent source of fiber and vitamins and minerals that we're all after. Just slice apples as thin as you can, sprinkle with cinnamon sugar, and bake in the oven at 200 degrees for 2 hours. After 2 hours, take your apple chips out of the oven and place them on the stove top to cool. This is what's going to cause them to harden and become crispy, crunchy, yummy snacks that you can enjoy as much as you like. For more ideas for healthy snacking, next time try apple chips instead of potato chips for more fiber and less fat. Instead of cookies, try homemade trail mix for a crunchy sweet snack with fiber and omega-3s. And then for fresh vegetables, try dipping in hummus or Greek yogurt dip. For more healthy snack ideas, visit www.eatright.org.
Well, I grew up, loved drawing, making movies and painting.
Ever since I was 9 years old, I wanted to be a comedian.
Thought I had it all figured out.
I always did really great in school, got really good grades. I was involved in a lot of extracurricular things.
And,
I thought that I had it all figured out.
you know, I always thought I'd make something of myself. And then I decided to drink and drive.
Next thing I know, I was off-road going down a hill. And I'm dead.
I thought I had everything planned out.
I thought I had it all planned out. I never thought that one decision would end my life.
And then I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
Until I decided to drink and drive.
I thought I had it all figured out. Until I decided to drink and drive.
Once is nice, but take home half and enjoy it twice. Restaurant portions can be large. When you start to feel full, don't hesitate to ask for a box to take home part of your meal. Then you can enjoy it a second time. For more information on making healthy food choices every day, go to eatright.org. It's one choice you won't regret. Make sure to refrigerate your leftovers as soon as possible.
Thanks, guys. Sorry Mary couldn't be here tonight, but I'm Monica Lewinsky, and although I'm not the most reputable person to be giving advice, I'll be filling in for her. She got a ton of letters this week, so let's see if I can help out. Dear Mary, my name is Lauren, and my roommate and I get along really well. We never argue, and she doesn't touch my food, so I consider myself pretty lucky. However, she does one thing that drives me insane. She never locks the door. I don't understand how she can just leave the house expecting that her stuff won't get stolen. We live in a college town. There are thieves among us. People get their belongings stolen all the time, but she doesn't quite understand that. No matter how many times I remind her or write a note up on the door, she still either forgets or just refuses to lock it in spite of me. If someone comes inside the house and steals my Mac laptop just because she's too lazy to lock the door, she's going to get cut. Literally and figuratively, I will cut her. Okay, Lauren, calm down, girl. I have a solution for you. Your roommate doesn't lock the door because she's obviously never had a robber come inside her house and steal her things. Unfortunately, people will only change their habits until something life-threatening happens to them. For example, people who don't wear seatbelts aren't going to miraculously start until they've gotten in a car crash and had a near-death experience. That's when they'll start buckling up. Or people who smoke cigarettes. They'll only stop after they've been hospitalized, and even then you still see people smoking a cig while they're attached to an IV. It takes a lot to get someone to change his or her behavior, so in order for you to get her to start locking the doors, you'll have to fake a robbery. Take everything that means something to her. Her grandmother's handed down jewelry, her wallet, her Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. Take all her valuables and hide them. Hell, take some furniture out of her room. Show her this robber means business. And you'll have to take some stuff out of your room too, make it seem realistic. But once she realizes that half of her belongings are gone, well, she might have a heart attack, so brace yourself for that. But after the initial shock is worn down, she'll never leave the doors open again. Dear Mary, my boyfriend won't be a couple's costume with me for Halloween, and it's really starting to aggravate me. This is the first Halloween that I've ever had a boyfriend, and I was really looking forward to wearing a couple's costume. I wanted to be a salt and pepper shaker, but he shot that down. And then I suggested an outline and plug, and he shot that down too. I thought, okay, maybe he doesn't want to do something creative and out there, so I suggested we be Forrest Gump and Jenny, and he even turned that down too. Do you have any good ideas, or should I just accept the fact that he's lame and we're not going to dress up together? Thanks, Melissa. Dear Melissa, I think the reason he doesn't want to do a couple's costume with you is because your ideas are stupid and they suck. Do you own an original thought? Salt and pepper shakers, really? That is the most quintessential costume ever. And if you thought Forrest Gump and Jenny were original, I think I've seen that done about 12 times. Think outside the box, girl, or look up stuff on the internet at least. This isn't the Stone Age. Stop living under a rock. Dear Mary, this guy I work with asked me out on a date to a Maroon 5 concert, and while I would love to go, my grandma's funeral is on the same day. I know going to my grandma's funeral seems like the obvious choice, but I'm really torn, and I don't know what I should do. My grandma and I were never really close, and it's only a funeral. Crying adults make me so uncomfortable, and I don't want to have to hug people I don't know that smell like mothballs and musty carpets. Plus, she was always nagging me, asking if I had a boyfriend. And when I told her I didn't, she accused me of being a lesbian. That's why I kind of feel like this date is sort of fate in a way. What do you think I should do? Thanks, Kelly. Hey, Kelly, I say screw your grandmother. She seemed like an old hag anyways. If she always wanted you to have a boyfriend, then I truly think nothing would make her happier than to see you on a date with this boy. I mean, he could be the one, you never know. Don't pass up the opportunity of a lifetime for some grandma that called you. She'll understand, and if she doesn't, she's dead, so it doesn't matter. Well, that's all for our show this week. Keep sending me your emails, and don't forget to tune in next week.